2021, I've been wishing this time will come, because most of kind of like a stale structure of humanity, whether it's physical or metaphysical, kind of collapsed because of COVID. So in a way it's perfect, because every century, every history shifts when the old dies and new brings out. That's the nature of cosmic truth. Everything from trees to flowers to anything. So I have a very, very positive perspectives and wishes and feeling toward 2021, because something is going to happen, because everything broke down and we all know it, and this is the first time ever humanity experienced the sense of universality. No borders, no hierarchy, nothing. It was a really incredible experience for every one of us, humanity. Title poem, Frozen Heatwave. Roses trapped behind chain link. Sunset or sunrise, who will embrace their fragrance? Frozen heatwave, in summer or in winter, as I face my panic attacks. Don't ask me why I write a line such as this. Start here, go anywhere. Let's escape, be confident. Escape your roommates. Stealing your idea? Who cares what idea belongs to who? It's about flower, birds, wind, and moon anyway. It's about turtles' shirts making a difference. Getting paid from apples to apple. A child talking to himself as a train moves on. I fall underwater, living for 1,000 years, 1 light year. Delicious service, know your rights. Let me take a long breath before I go on. If you see something, say worker. Breathing through underground, ascending stairways. Dupe something? Leave it. Hands and feet to support our lives. Smell this baby, carriage library. A hand to pick a flower, a foot to stamp on it. No, an utopian metro service. Ow! Improvising non-stop. Yes, that's the way to go. Unwrecked, secure, smart stuff, one of a kind, treated. You know, we did the whole book in one day, you know? Yeah. Actually, this book, the whole writing was done in one day. Steve and I decided to do a collaborative poetry making, which means like a freewheeling improvisation or linked poems. So we went to Met Brower, MoMA, Guggenheim, and we saw many great shows, and then we wrote poems. So title poem is written in subway. The second one is, I think, written in Met Brower. And we have more Robert Rauschenberg show and more MoMA and everything. Steve and I love to do this kind of like improvisational linked poem thing, and it was a great memory.
relate to the quotidian lengths of the film, and I'm a ghost inside of it. So I can else to do as I watch my old life pass me, meet message. I'm not sure what is half, that they laugh at the fluency. Movie is as old as I am, but it needs a binding agent, sold as I am, an extra. But the meat uncomfortable everyone else is. I am uncomfortable, but also enjoying how, of the cars parked, only the red VW is alive. We await our own impatience, banging slow march, watch for hints of life from things in cages of corrugated cardboard. The audience is growing restless, square upon square upon square from behind. Any fool can write backwards in the dark. Your color grid is soiled, folded up into a couch bed, like writing the quotidian is also an illusion, light blue. He does not know what she sacrifices, someone else. His pajamas are very... His nose is quite handsome, but belongs to... Oh, pioneers, it is a restless... The poem is done, but the movie isn't.
Catskills. We're here to remind ourselves that the desire to write is also writing. I read from my phone what Kendra has written to me reassuringly. Still, I think I'm happy now not writing, just being a body here, sometimes watching. Is that also a kind of writing, like when you took me to the Catskills for the weekend and I thought I would do so much writing, and instead I just sat on the porch smoking? But to answer my own question, I remember the yard, the uncut grass, the gravel road, the slinking cat, the falling slope. Stoop is a Dutch word for don't have a yard. Sat on the ground outside your house in the sun, the grey concourse of days like a hem. Here comes the footfalls, quick, tapping out a lukewarm ditty. 5 reasons for leaving the house. Alicia tells me she needs a note to go outside. Who writes the note, I ask. I do, she says. She needs a note to go outside. Who writes the note? She does, she says, and signs and dates it on her honor with one of 5 reasons for leaving the house. The first, to go on a jog or run, up to an hour. Why no walking, I ask. She laughs riotously. I love this laugh. No, you can walk too. Oh, good, I say. I was thinking of the old, the disabled, of my pregnant self, trying to keep up the appearance of jogging, of a jogging pace. She mimics a police, prodding some citoyen along, weakly protesting, but my knees. You face a fine up to €140 without your pass, which may be printed from the internet or written yourself, but always signed and dated with the requisite reason for being outdoors. 1 hour of exercise, a jog or run, also a walk, but no biking. For groceries is another, for medicine 1 more, or to see a doctor. The last, essential travel, seems the least defined. She laughs again. I love her laughter, and I want to know what she is doing in making all her days indoors.
We make out in classrooms and have sex absolutely everywhere. It's the only way to beat the patriarchy, making loads of cash. We make unsuspecting porn with harmless men, cutting off their genitals for propaganda and our perversions. It's the only way to beat the patriarchy, making loads of cash. Down, 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 down with the patriarchy, down, down, down. Down with the patriarchy, down, down, down. Down with the patriarchy, down, down, down. We make out in classrooms and have sex absolutely everywhere. It's the only way to beat the patriarchy, making loads of cash. We make unsuspecting porn with harmless men, cutting off their genitals for propaganda and our perversions. It's the only way to beat the patriarchy, making lots of cash. What if they find out all men are also women? There'd be no need for any of this at all. What if they find out all men are also women? There'd be no need for any of this at all. What if they find out all men are also women? There'd be no need for any of this at all. We make out in classrooms and have sex absolutely everywhere. It's the only way to beat the patriarchy, making lots of cash. We make unsuspecting porn with harmless men cutting off their genitals for propaganda and our perversions. $30 is what it took to get you on your knees. $30 out of my wallet to get you on your knees. $30 is what it took to get you on your knees. $30 out of my wallet to get you on your knees. £30 is what it took to get you on your knees. £30 out of my wallet to get you on your knees. I'm so sad, but you're so mad. And all these new currencies, what would we be without? £30 is what it took to get you on your knees. £30 out of my wallet to get you on your knees. His clothes were his saviour, that made him feel alive. He screwed his suffocation and ate it alive. Drive, deprive, derive. Drive, deprive, derive. His clothes were his saviour, that made him feel alive. He screwed his suffocation and ate it alive. £30 is what it took to get you on your knees. Go, what would we be without £30 out of my wallet to get you on your knees? His clothes were his saviour that made him feel alive. He screwed his suffocation and ate it alive. £30 is what it took to get you on your knees. What would we be without drive, deprive, derive? £30 out of my wallet to get you on your knees. Drive, deprive, derive. His clothes were his saviour, they made him feel alive. He screwed his defecation and ate it alive. £30 is what it took to get you on your knees.
Once a man admired the specs her star he would live chez les abeilles. That is to say, with bugs. William Morton Wheeler, William Morton Wheeler, William. William Morton Wheeler, William Morton Wheeler, William. Spermatheca, filmy wing, a splendid thing to fly.
Hello, my name is John Coletti. I'm going to read two poems. The first poem's from a new book I have called Peppermint Oil, and it is called Kitati. Jackie's fur bristled, golf braided inflexibly, I clutch. Pen, open eyes, exhale mega audibly, all divided mallards moan into grass, parallel lives. Bits of clipped green aura at Rayleigh's. Cherish a wickedness I have inside me, a hidden alcove of emotional brat, loud beating heart, drifting ripples, tessellated. Six-eyed start at a recurring dream, distant as rocks. We sneak into our mouths. Don't grab the frog. Put it outside. December 4. At the moment, I'm writing quite slowly, perfecting each letter. Carousel robots knock off 10 men. A gold band whose watch stretches, catching your arm in a maroon Mervyn sweater with feathered hair and awkward cheeks, worrying about a mission that would never. Puddles Saranoff, the all-week whatever, hexagonal sneaker prints. After a while, it feels good. Communication is my biggest hook. Floods and bismuth spill. This one is ecstatic and great at 76 station. Gold Audi, holding the pump, inhaling diesel, French toast, and a palm pink labradorite, describing a way around the heart moves slightly nearer middle laces and loops of a game ball, parakeet blue. Their sigh, eyes steadily move down toward the chimes. Don't stop but lift, evening now, I've carefully tuned my clock parallel to the one I've set, off a beat or measure. Happy New Year. Here's to a better one, yeah. Thanks.
Popular fear, bad taste, all of us glued to a centralized rectangle. Expectations, metaphysics, out the window. We wonder what happened when all this got started. What moment, there must have been one, when inside the ball dropped, the glass shattered, and it all got so particularly and irrevocably ugly. Popular fear, bad taste, all of us glued to a centralized rectangle, expectations, metaphysics out the window. What happened? We wonder, what happened when all of this got started? What moment? There must have been one when inside the ball dropped, the glue shattered, and it all got so particularly and irrevocably ugly. Hi, folks. 2021. It's going to get better. We're going to be hopeful. It's not always going to be ugly. Sending my love out to all of you. Power to the Poetry Project. Power to us all. Take care.
Hi, I'm Rosamond S. King, and here are 2 poems. Letter to a Ghost. Want to be well, am sure of it. Thoroughly cleaned vessel, never the same. Spots scratched, but clean. Some of us get to live, so some of us are going to live. Sometimes it is that simple to survive. This blood-drenched, crawling, wailing life is not possible, and neither is blinking through scars into a beaming sun without forgetting. Start with simple. Living is not possible without life.
Thank you, Poetry Project, for sustaining such a vital community in a really difficult time. I miss all of you. I'm going to read a short excerpt from a long prose poem called Adrift but Moving with the Consequences of a Heavy Heart. What does it mean when the water runs from your body? I mean tears. When he wants to cry, he usually laughs, a nervous reflex. She holds on to a wall. Tears are considered a breaking in the room, a splattering of translucent silver. Mostly you read books. The frame appears propped on your lap, but really you are hoisted behind its wall. Long strings of characters, one winds into the other, turn the page. A certain amount of strings can equate to minutes, mathematics. The small beach town and the goat farm where you can purchase the Mondrian's wheel of goat cheese with pressed purple and yellow pansies delicately around its rim. The kids show you how to feed the goats, the plants, we see the bowl. The water surrounded by cliffs is too beautiful for a penetrating observation, as if we became flushed with all this beauty that it rises over or through or pours like sweating salt. Some places are a postcard, or perhaps have been imprinted on so many times you don't know where you are. What if there's a whale? The inside of outside is abstractly sneaky. The paint rises in, curls, clips. What I see is a cake box. I see bubbles, or maybe balloons, or just distance, the not seeing and trying to see. I know here is supposedly heavenly. The word picnic sails forward, as that is now what we pair with beach. From there we can get blanket and baguette, goblet. Will you walk into it and feel its promises, or a waiting room of fear inhabits your chest frame? Who is to say it's artifice to escape, to be a dullard and rub your elbows in gravel, wet the buttercup to your nose?
Serious question. Do people in modern times get punished for fighting for the dead? The head controls the body in the case of being physical. The acrid matte tang of paper on toner. Who knew the 8th grade lunchroom was the key to life? The freak with the green umbrella is Ajax. You could not have played this out any better than you did. Frightening is synonymous with perfect now. The cure was bird shows and Xanax. A whistle, a horn from a car, a light breeze from a humming fan. That beautiful moment when I imagined my head weighing almost nothing and lifting my body up. I was just remembering how you used to always say, if it's not one thing, it's another. And I never knew what you meant. But now I do.
Hi, Happy New Year. I'm Monica Youn, and I wanted to read a poem that is inspired by some work I've been doing thinking about mythology and nationalism, and I used to be a huge classical Greek mythology nerd when I was a child, and this is about the figure of Marsyas. Marsyas was a satyr from what is now Anatolia, and the goddess Athena dropped a panpipe, and he picked it up, became quite good at it, and challenged the god Apollo to a musical contest. And he was adjudged to have lost the contest and was in punishment flayed. And some scholars think of Marsyas as a figure of the tale of Marsyas is sort of an imperialist cautionary tale about aspiration. So this is my present-day Marsyas. Marsyas after. Dust loves me now, along with leaflets, plastic bags, anything unattached, anything looking for somewhere to stop, something to emblazon. Too painful to brush them off, the day's adhesions. Too much a reenactment. I float in my tub of blood-warm water, element of indecision. If only it could be my habitat, if only the sawtoothed air didn't insist on its own uninterrupted necessity. I hate it, but lacking skin, I've lost my capacity for scorn. That was my failing, not excess of pride, but that stooping to pick up their accoutrements, as if emulation could engender equality. I stain everything I touch, it all stains me. My raw surface is an unlidded eye, each stimulus its own white-hot knife, But why would I submit to be resheathed? To lessen pain? What used to distinguish me is already defeated, limp trophy flag of conquest. Now, I could be like them, if I chose. But the acidulated rain imposes a least common denominator democracy. It scours away the pigments they use to humanize their marmoreal self-regard. Their eyes gone dull as the calluses I would rather suffer forever than come. Thank you.
I was home yesterday morning. Yesterday morning I was home. I was alone, at least that's what they told me. Until the door banged, at least I was alone. Did somebody come by to see? Did somebody come by for me? I came home yesterday evening. Yesterday evening I came home. I was alone, at least until the doorbell rang. Until the doorbell rang, at least I was alone. Did somebody come by to see? Did somebody come by? Somebody came by to see me. Somebody came by. Somebody came by to see. Somebody came by to see me. I thought it was you. 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 Oh no, you've been gone for so long. So long you've been gone. You were never here at all. Oh, I'd love to see you, my friend, come home. Oh, I'd love to see you again. Oh, I'd love to see you, my friend, come home. Oh, I'd love to see you again. Happy New Year.
We're rolling.
This is from a book put together by Miles Champion of Larry Fagan's, and Larry dedicated this poem to Lewis Warsh, and it's called Hello Again. I like your thin nose as it appears on this paper. I like mine too, an intelligent and truthful copy. I like being with you yesterday. The ring around the city got pretty blue. You smoke a lot, but suddenly and dramatically. Your wife is terrific. She is so pretty. I like the way she drinks her coffee. Let's get together again real soon. We're better than anyone else in this town.